It's a great question. Probably needs to have a longer video, but honestly, what you do in post is just enhancing what you've already done in camera. So you just want to make sure that you do all the right things in camera so that you can do what you want in post. Your videos seem to have a consistent look and feel. Is that due to lighting or post-production? This honestly starts in the pre-production and production stages and then is enhanced in the post-production of your video. In the pre-production phase, I'm looking for a specific type of lighting and composition that I want to use for the upcoming shoot. And in that phase, I just do a little bit of research to find out what type of lighting and what type of composition that I like from other works that I admire. In this phase, I'm looking for things that I like personally, and I'm also trying to figure out how I'm going to achieve the look that I'm going for. And after doing a little bit of research, I now have a list of things that are my go-to. This is what I would do in these certain situations. If I have a one-person setup or if I have a two-person setup, these are the lighting setups that I will use in those certain situations. For production, I like a 2-light setup that adds drama. Typically for me, that's a large key light positioned high and at a 45-degree angle, and then possibly combining that with the overhead light pointed down directly towards the subject. For the camera position, I typically position the camera on the shadow side of the subject. As for camera settings, I tend to shoot a little bit on the warmer side with my white balance, and then I like to shoot 1 to 2 stops over with my exposure. I kind of eyeball this a little bit, but I also like to stay in the same profile. So I stay in the neutral profile or I stay in the C-log profiles. This is what I've gravitated towards through trial and error, and it's something that you probably need to do as well, is just trying to figure out what your style is and what works best with your workflow. But in post-production, all you're doing is enhancing what you've already done in camera. Your camera position and your lighting is already done, so you're just trying to enhance that look or that drama that you're trying to create. So all I do is just drop my shadows just a little bit. I play around with midtones and my highlights and make sure that those are good. And then I just add a little bit of contrast using curves. It's not so much about what you do, it's more so how you do it and the process in which you go about to achieve the look that you want. That's why sometimes when you take LUTs and presets and try to apply it to your images, they look like crap. And it's because the built-in camera options or whatever that person was doing when they were shooting, they may be using different camera settings. They may be, exposing, 1 stop under or 2 stops over, or they may be exposing with a different white balance than you are. So just think about that when you are, making your film or trying to figure out the aesthetics and the look that you want. You kind of want to build that process from the ground up, from the lighting setup to the camera setup, to how bright the light is, to how bright you expose your image, to how you actually do your post-production process and how you actually edit the image. So think about it from the ground up, and if you guys have any questions or any comments, let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.